Hi crafters, it's Karen, and I have just a bit of a haul to share. I mostly wanted to share the home decor type things that I picked up at Michael's. A lot of things were on clearance, but I'm going to start with a couple of the crafty things that I found. Of course, the Michael's has all that new paper out, right? But my store only put out 2 or 3 of the newer paper pads, and to be honest, the only one that I was drawn to is this flea market one. It's gorgeous, all of these vintage tones and images, and I know I have 100 other paper packs that, you know, have similar images and things on it. But I'll tell you why I got it. Because of the extra coupon on Labor Day, which made these pads $4 and change. I thought that it was a deal because, and I'll show you, look at that, really cool. It was a deal because some of these are gold foiled, or this one's silver foiled, like with that chicken wire look, and that's awesome. So if I were to buy this one just, you know, in the specialty paper section, it would have cost me $1 if it had been on sale. And I totally would have bought it. And this one as well. Do you see how this one is like old wood? Just an old wood like porch. And then it has some gold, almost copper foiling to it. Very, very cool. See, I would have paid $1 for this sheet alone. So with the whole paper pad being $4, it made it worth it. Same with this one. And this is a beautiful sheet. You can see that gold foiling, right? I would have paid the price just for this one sheet. So there you go. With just those few sheets there, I feel like I got my money's worth. This one is framed out in the gold foil. That's really cute. So awesome images. I was really drawn to this one. I really do love my vintage things. Let's see, then, I'm going to go back and forth from Target, because I did go to Target when I picked up a prescription. I did pick up a few things. I picked up this 6x6 paper pad, and it's not that great of a deal. There's 18 sheets in here, single-sided, and it was $3. But it is fall colors and fall inspired and whatever. I bought it. There were several other ones which you all know, but I just bought the one. I picked up, these are from Joann's, and I picked up these baking cups. Do you see? It's a 2-pack with the black, and then it has this white one, and the white one looks almost like a doily. Right, and I wanted to try to make some of those rosette embellishments that y'all make, like Louisa, she here on YouTube. But and I tried to do it, but from what I could tell, I need 2 hands. So it was tricky for me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to watch another tutorial just to make sure I'm doing it right. But anyways, these would be really awesome. If I could make rosette embellishments using these cupcakes, the black and then the white with the like doily look to it, that would be pretty, right? And then I bought the small ones, you know, for some shabby looking little rosettes. So I don't know, I'll play with it some more. I'm not going to give up. I just think it's going to be tricky and maybe a little frustrating for me. But, and then I picked up these things at Target. Look at this. I am looking forward to just painting this and using my Goosebumps and paints and, you know, just embellishing this, making something cool. Same with this. This is a big old wood veneer. It's about 7 inches. So that's cool. And then the bat. I think they might have had a couple others, but these are the ones I chose. So those will be fun just to play with. Those were $1 a piece. That was a deal. And then I picked up, then I picked up this. There's 4 pie boxes in here. Look at how cute, and it comes with the doily and the string. But look, they're already die cut. I know some of you have a die that will create this, but I don't. And I think this is really super cute. Awesome, I couldn't help it. That was $3. What else? I feel like there was something else, but I don't know if I'm forgetting anything. Oh, this is from Hobby Lobby, and these are those black shadowed cats that Hobby Lobby has had forever. But I think they'll come in handy. Let's see. There you go. I think they'll come in handy for Halloween. And somehow I want to incorporate them with the Crazy Cat stamps that I have. You know, like their shadows will be, excuse me, normal. But then, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to try to do something with these in my art journal. So, but I thought they would come in handy for Halloween. And then this is back at Michael's. Look at these houses. They've never had these haunted houses before. So I picked these up because they're cute. Just super cute. And I'm trying not to go nuts with Halloween. I have so much, and I really don't do a lot for Halloween. But at Joann's, I did pick up this skull. This is a wood veneer piece, too. And they had several cool, really cool ones. But I just picked up the one. Because look at the velvet rose in his hair. I thought it was really cool. Yeah, I'm going to do something with that. Maybe put it on the outside of my album when I create one. And then this is from... This could be from Michael's, I believe. This stencil, it's from Americana, and it's a dandelion. The head of a dandelion. Isn't that awesome? I think this will look really sweet on the layout. This is what the whole thing looks like. It has a piece that's fluttering out. It's really very cool. So I picked that up. Let's see. I was trying not to get, you know, too much. I did put in an order for the Maggie Holmes Gather collection, so enough is enough. I didn't want to pick up too much. But let me show you what I did pick up as sort of home decor type seasonal stuff. I live in South Florida, so we don't really have seasons here. It gets a little cooler in the fall, and once in a while you'll see a tree that loses its leaves. I mean, it's completely different. So when my boys were little, yeah, I did decorate a little bit more according to seasons. But these days I don't switch out my decor. The last year I have been switching out my decor to put out pieces, white pieces. You know what I mean? Like decor items that are white. Because at some point Joe and I are going to be painting and it's easier to just keep your same pieces than to have to switch out everything. You know what I mean? So all of my accent pieces, you know, in my house, in my living space, pretty much are white. And maybe I'll show you sometime. But anyway, so when I saw these things in the Target dollar spot, like this white fox, this is the shade white that I have of things, you know, in my living space. Like I have a white pineapple type candlesticks, a white whale's tail. Anyway, this will match my decor. I try to keep things light because, you know, it's always summer here. But so when I saw this white fox, I just thought, oh my God, he's adorable. He's adorable. And then I thought I could just set him out with a single orange pumpkin. Wouldn't that be cute? That would be cute. So the pumpkin was $1. And the fox was $3. Look at, I love his face. They also had an owl that I was going to get. It was completely white as well, but, you know, enough is enough, so I didn't. Really super cute. Super cute. I was happy to have found that. And then I found a white pumpkin. Oh my goodness. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So I had to pick out a couple more orange pumpkins to go with it. So I thought, you know, the two orange ones with this white one, that could be a little cluster of pumpkins somewhere on a side table or somewhere. You know, that would be cute. So I picked up those, and of course I picked up, the candles were on sale. So I did pick up a sweet pumpkin pie, you know, candle. So I was really happy to find those. I have a little house. It's a cute little house, but it's a little house. And so I don't like to put too much out, you know, because it's really easy for things to look, when you have a smaller living space, it's easier for things to look cluttered or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I try to keep things simple, and the things that I put out, you know, I want them to be simple in form and simple in color. You know what I'm saying? Just really cute. And then, sorry for the crinkling, but then Michael's had a lot of their initials, like monograms or whatever, on clearance. And I have been wanting to have a monogram wall, like our last name is S for Stowell. So I wanted to make like either a wall or a section of a wall, you know, with a monogram wall with different S's, you know, somehow like that, you know, just to update, you know, a little update. So these are the ones that I found, and I think one of them, one of them was $3.39. That was the most expensive one. This one, these were all 80% off. So, yeah, this one's metal, and it's really cute. And even if I don't like the design on it, I can always spray paint it or put a paper, you know, recover it. It's supposed to have that distressed look, so I was happy with that. I also didn't want to put large S's, you know. I didn't want oversized ones. I wanted, you know, smaller, you know, like this size. And this is the one that wasn't, it was on sale, not on clearance, so it was $3.39 plus 20% off, I believe. So this is the red color of our kitchen. One of the walls in our kitchen is like this, maybe a little brighter than that. So this would match in the kitchen, I think. Maybe if I gave it, instead of gold highlights, some white highlights with a little bit of gesso or paint or something. It's made out of wood, so I can do that if, you know. But I thought that one was cute. That was the most expensive one. Then this one was $1.59, and this is a metal one. I think it goes like that. That's a metal S. And even though it's metal, that could totally be painted. And then this one was like $2.19. Look at that. That's mirrored. Isn't that cool? For $2.20. That was a good deal. That's an awesome looking one. And the wood part of it is almost like a goldish. It's almost gold. So I thought these would be very cool to update a wall in the house. Maybe in the kitchen or something. I don't know. We'll see. Because for us, if we put something up, we have to take something down, right? So we'll see. And then this ceramic one, this white ceramic one. I love this one. White. Love it. So I could even put this up someplace, you know, separate from the other ones because it's white. And this one was like $2. $1.99, I think. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. So that's that one. I picked up a few more. Hold on. And then this one's cool. Do you see it has the map Wait, let me move these out of the way. See, it has the map, like a road map on there. Really quite cool. And again, because it's made out of wood, we can paint this and I can paper it, you know, whatever beach themed paper I want to put on here. I could just, you know, decoupage it on. So that's awesome. And then this is another metal one. This was $1.59 again. And it's more that rusty looking metal. Awesome. And then I picked up, this is a K, and whenever my son does leave and I inherit his room as my scrap room, I want a section to have some monograms. So I picked up a couple of Ks. I already have one, or a couple of them, but so I got this one, and I'll probably cover it maybe with vintage paper, or I don't know. We'll see. But it was such a deal. And then this one was $1.59 as well. This rusted looking one. Awesome. And then this is one of my favorites, and this was like $2.20. And this would match my kitchen perfectly. This soft blue with the distressed look. One wall of my kitchen is this red. Is this brick red. And then the rest is a really soft blue. It's almost like nautical tones without it looking too nautical. We painted it those colors to match a particular border that we had. But it's time for an update. But anyway, so this blue one would match perfectly. I love the distressed look of it. Oh, I have that upside down, I think. Anyway, that's perfect. So I was really tickled to finally get, you know, find some initials. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money doing it. So all of these initials, monograms, all together, it was less than $20. It was like 19 and change. So that was a crazy good deal. So I wanted to share that with you. Check out Michael's Clearance. They do have some awesome things going on. I swear, it's a good thing I do have a small house, because if I didn't, it'd be filled with junk. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'm sure I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.